हरे कृष्ण। चैतन्य चरितामृत मध्य लीला चैप्टर 12 द क्लींसिंग ऑफ द गुंडीचा टेम्पल। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताका स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमः आचार्यपादाय नित्याय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथा दामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसति गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वासुदेवा परा वेदा वासुदेवा परामखा वासुदेवा परा योगा वासुदेवा परा क्रिया वासुदेवा परम ज्ञान वासुदेवा परा तपा वासुदेवा परो धर्म वासुदेवा परागति। वसुदेवं सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानंदं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। कृष्णे स्वधामोपगति धर्म ज्ञानादि भीषा कलो नष्टो दृशामेशा पुराणा को विनोदिता। हे कृष्ण कर नष्ट प्राये स्वभद्रेश नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठुकी। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु मेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय राधा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. वृंदावन में श्री कृष्ण पूरी जगन्नाथ मायापुर में गौरानिताई बोलो रे सवार. वृंदावन में श्री कृष्ण पूरी जगन्नाथ मायापुर में गौरानिताई बोलो रे सवार. वृंदावन में श्री कृष्ण पूरी जगन्नाथ मायापुर में गौरानिताई बोलो रे सवार. जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवा तुम्हें. जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवा तुम्हें. जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा. जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा. कृष्ण बलराम बज गौरा निताई. कृष्ण बलराम बज गौरा निताई. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Text 1. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the Gundicha temple with his devotees and associates. In this way, he made it as cool and bright as his own heart, and thus he made the temple a befitting place for Lord Sri Krishna to sit. All glories to Gaurachandra, all glories to Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to the devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, headed by Srivasa Thakura. I beg their power so that I can properly describe Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned from his South India tour, Maharaja Prataprudra, the king of Orissa, became very anxious to meet him. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned from his South Indian tour, Maharaja Prataprudra, the king of Orissa, became very anxious to meet him. The king sent a letter from his capital Kataka to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, entreating him to obtain the Lord's permission so that he could go and see him. Replying to the king's letter, the Bhattacharya wrote that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had given his permission. After this, the king wrote him another letter. In this letter, the king requested Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, please appeal to all the devotees associated with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and submit this petition to them on my behalf. If all the devotees associated with the Lord are favorably disposed toward me, they can submit my petition at the lotus feet of the Lord. By the mercy of all the devotees, one can attain the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Without His mercy, my kingdom does not appeal to me. If Gaurahari, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, will not show mercy to me, I shall give up my kingdom, become a mendicant, and beg from doer to doer. When the Bhattacharya received this letter, he became very anxious. He then took the letter and went to the devotee of the Lord. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya met with all the devotees and described the king's wishes. Then he presented the letter to all of them for inspection. Upon reading the letter, everyone was astonished to see that King Prataprudra had so much devotion for the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The devotees gave their opinion and said, the Lord will never meet the king, and if we requested him to do so, the Lord would surely feel very unhappy. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya then said, we shall go once again to the Lord, but we shall not request him to meet the king. Rather, we shall simply describe the good behavior of the king. Having thus reached a decision, they all went to the place of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There, although ready to speak, they could not even utter a word. After they arrived at Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place, the Lord, seeing them, said, what have you all come here to say? I see that you want to say something, but you do not speak. What is the reason? Nityananda Prabhu then said, we went to tell you something, although we cannot stay without speaking. We are still very much afraid to speak. We went to submit before you something that may you or may not be befitting. The matter is this: unless he sees you, the king of Orissa will become a mendicant Nityananda Prabhu continued, the king has decided to become a mendicant and accept the sign of a mendicant by wearing an ivory earring. He does not want to enjoy his kingdom without seeing the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu continued, the king also expressed his desire to see the moon-like face Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To his eyes, full satisfaction, he would like to raise the lotus feet of the Lord to his heart. Hearing all these statements, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mind was certainly softened, but externally he wished to speak some harsh words. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I can understand that you all desire to take me to Cuttack to see the king. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, what to speak of spiritual advancements? All the people will blaspheme me, and what to speak of all the people? Damodara would chastise me. I shall not meet the king at the request of all the devotees, but I shall do so if Damodara will give his permission. Damodara immediately replied me, my lord, you are the fully independent Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since everything is known to you, you know what is permissible and what is not permissible. I am merely an insignificant jiva, so what power do I have to give directions to you? By your own personal choice, you will meet with the king. I shall see it. The king is very much attached to you, and you are feeling affection and love toward him. Thus I can understand the by virtue of the king's affection for you, you will touch him. Although you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead and are completely independent, still you are dependent on the love and affection of your devotees. That is your nature. Nityananda Prabhu then said, who is there in the three worlds who can ask you to see the king? Still is not it the nature of an attached man to give up his life if he does not attain his desired object? For instance, some of the wives of the Brahmanas who were performing sacrifices give up their lives in the presence of their husband for the sake of Krishna. Nityananda Prabhu then submitted one suggestion for the Lord's consideration. There is a way, he suggested, that by which you need to meet the king, but which would enable the king to continue living. If you, out of your mercy, send one of your outer garments to the king would live, hoping to see you sometime in the future. The Lord said, since you are the very learned personality, whatever you decide, I shall accept. Lord Nityananda Prabhu then obtained an external garment used by the Lord by requesting it from Govinda. Thus Nityananda Prabhu delivered the old clothes into the care of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sent it to the king. When the king received the old clothes, he began to worship it exactly as he would worship the Lord personally. After returning from his service in South India, Ramananda Raya requested the king to allow him to remain with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Ramananda Raya requested the king to allow him to stay with the Lord, the king immediately gave him permission with great satisfaction. As for the king himself, he began to solicit Ramananda Raya to make a meeting arrangement. The king told Ramananda Raya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful to you. Therefore, please solicit me meeting with him without fail. The king and Ramananda Raya returned together to Jagannath Kshetra Puri, and Sri Ramananda Raya met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At the time, Ramananda Raya informed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the ecstatic love of the king. Indeed, as soon as there was some opportunity, he repeatedly informed the Lord about the king. Sri Ramananda Raya was indeed a diplomatic minister for the king. His general behavior was very expert and simply by describing the king's love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gradually softened the Lord's mind. Maharaja Prataprudra, in great anxiety, could not endure not seeing the Lord. Therefore, Sri Ramananda Raya, by his diplomacy, arranged a meeting with the Lord for the king. Sri Ramananda Raya replied, My Lord, you are the supreme independent personality. You have nothing to fear from anyone because you are not dependent on anyone. When Ramananda Raya addressed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu objected, saying, I am not the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but an ordinary human being. Therefore, I must fear public opinion in three ways: with my body, mind, and words. As soon as the general public finds a little fault in the behavior of a sannyasi, they advertise it like wild wildfire. A black spot of ink cannot be hidden on a white cloth. It is always very prominent. Ramananda Raya replied, My dear Lord, you have delivered so many sinful people. This king Prataprudra, the king of Orissa, is actually a servitor of the Lord and your devotee. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, there may be much milk in a big pot, but if it is contaminated by a drop of liquid, it is untouchable. The king certainly possesses all good qualities, but simply by taking up the name king he has infected everything. But if you are still very eager for the king to meet with me, please first bring his son to meet me. Ramananda Raya then went to inform the king about his talks with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and following the Lord's orders, brought the king's son to see him. The prince, just entering upon his youth, was very beautiful. He was blackish in complexion and had large lotus eyes. The prince was dressed in yellow clothes, and there were jeweled ornaments decorating his body. Therefore, anyone who saw him would remember Lord Krishna. Singing the boy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately remembered Krishna. Meeting the boy in ecstatic love, the Lord began to speak. Here is a great devotee, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Upon seeing him, everyone can remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, son of Maharaja Nanda. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, I have become very much obligated just by seeing this boy. After seeing this, the Lord again embraced the prince. As soon as the prince was touched by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, symptoms of ecstatic love immediately manifested themselves in his body. These symptoms included perspiration, trembling, tears being stunned, and jubilation. The boy began to cry and dance, and he chanted Krishna, Krishna upon seeing his bodily symptoms. And his chanting and dancing, all the devotees praised him for his great spiritual fortune. At that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came the youth and ordered him to come there daily to meet him. Ramananda Raya and the boy then departed from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Ramananda took his back to the king's place. The king was very happy when he heard of his son's activities. Just by embracing his son, the king was filled with ecstatic love, just as if he had touched Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. From then on, the fortune prince was one of the most intimate devotees of the Lord. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acted in the society of his pure devotees, performing his pastimes and spreading the Sankirtana movement. Some of the prominent devotees like Advaita Acharya used to invite Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take his meals at their homes. The Lord accepted such invitations accompanied by his devotees. In this way, the Lord passed some days in great jubilation. Then the car festival of Lord Jagannatha approached. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first of all called for Kasi Mishra, then for the superintendent of the temple, then for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When these three people came before the Lord, he begged them for permission to wash the temple known as Gundicha. Upon hearing the Lord's request for permission to wash the Gundicha temple, the Pandita, the superintendent of the temple, said, My dear sir, we are all your servant. Whatever you desire is our duty to perform. The king gave a specially order for me to do without delay whatever your lordship orders. My dear lord, washing the temple is not service. Befitting you, nonetheless, if you wish to do so, it is to be accepted as one of your pastimes. To wash the temple, you need many water pots and brooms. Therefore, order me. I can immediately bring all these things to you. As soon as the Superintendent understood the desire of the Lord, he immediately delivered 100 new water pots and 100 brooms for sweeping the temple. The next day, early in the morning, the Lord took his personal associates with him and with his own hand smeared sandalwood pulp on their bodies. He then gave each devotee a broom with his own hand, and taking all of them personally with him, the Lord went to Gundicha. In this way, the Lord and his associates went to clean the Gundicha temple. At first, they cleansed the temple with the brooms. The Lord cleaned everything inside the temple very nicely, including the ceiling. He then took up the sitting place, Simhasana, cleansed it and again put it in its original place. Thus the Lord and his companions cleansed the swept all the temple buildings, big and small, and finally cleansed the area between the temple and the Kirtan hall. Indeed, hundreds of devotees were engaged in cleansing all around the temple, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally carrying out the operation just to instruct others. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the temple and great jubilation, chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna all the time. Similarly, all the devotees were also chanting and at the same time performing their respective duties. The entire beautiful body of the Lord was covered with dust and dirt. In this way, it became transcendently beautiful at times. When cleansing the temple, the Lord shed tears, and in some places he even cleansed with those tears. After this, the place where the deity's food was kept, bhoga, mandira was cleansed, then the yards was cleansed, and then all the residential quarters one after the other. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu collected all the straw, dust and grain of sand in one place, he gathered it all in his clothes and threw it outside. Following the example of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees in great jubilation began to gather straw and dust with their own clothes and throw them outside the temple. The Lord then told the devotee, I can tell how much you have labored and how well you have cleansed the temple simply by seeing all the straw and dust you have collected outside. Even though all the devotees collected dirt in one place, the dirt collected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was much greater. After the inside of the temple was cleansed, the Lord again allotted a right for the devotees to clean. The Lord then ordered everyone to clean the inside of the temple very perfectly by taking finer dust, straw, and grains of sand and throwing them outside. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas cleansed the temple for the second time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see the cleansing work. While the temple was being swept, about 100 men stood ready with filled water pots, and they simply awaited the Lord's order to throw the water from them. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for water, all the men immediately brought the 100 water pots, which were completely filled, and delivered them before the Lord. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first washed the main temple and then thoroughly washed the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the sitting place, simhasana, and everything else within the room. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his devotee began to throw water into the ceiling. When this water fell, it washed the walls and floor. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to wash the sitting place of Lord Jagannatha with his own hands, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord. All the devotees within the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand, and in this way they cleansed the temple of the Lord. Hare Krishna.